Wait, do you still have door?
I can use door.
No. Do I have yours up? Otherwise, I res and attack.
I don't have door, actually. I'm not sure when I lost it. Holy shit.
Just bind.
Yeah, sure, we can buy. Yeah, it's true.
Good shit!
Oi.
Move.
Intruder detected. Switching system to attack mode.
You've seen it correctly. I'm an extremely talented, extremely stylish, extremely wealthy, and extreme Lotus clearing Nightwalker now. And that has been this way for a couple of weeks actually, that I've been clearing this boss, and in this video I would just like to talk about it. In the beginning I thought I could just wait for the perfect run or the perfect drops, but that didn't happen yet, and I still want to show you guys what I've been up to here, hence the video. Also, I've gathered some special insights here on Lotus. I've zoomed in, analyzed all the pixels, and got some struts for you, so I have one big tip for each phase of the fight, so let's check it out. First off, let's take a look at what makes this fight extreme. It has much more HP, it's level 285, and besides everything being harder, the one chain attack is also followed up by basically a bigger chain that does more damage. And then, you know, there are 2 more chain hits, and that's basically it, right? Yeah, but all of these things together, you know, makes this fight actually really difficult. Min clearing this boss is extremely tough, and I would just, you know, take it slowly, because, man, this boss is probably harder to min clear than Lucid, right? And yeah, Lucid is hard to min clear. Not because anything is hard in that boss fight, but the RNG can be devastating, dude. I can remember trying to min clear Lucid, and it was so bad back in the day. Anyways, for phase 1 there isn't really too much interesting stuff going on. The only thing that I've picked up here from running this boss for a bit is where my eyes should be. And this is, like I said, one big tip per phase. This is gonna be the tip for phase 1. Take your eyes off your character in this phase. I'm not telling you here to take a look at your, you know, pants here during this fight, right? But instead of watching your character at the bottom of the screen, I would like you to focus more to the middle of the screen. You know, that's where the interesting stuff happens, because the Lotus actually announces one of the actually tough attacks, which is the stun, which you can only tell by looking at Lotus, as well as, you know, the 2 eyes below Lotus announce where the, not the chain pattern, the, you know, chainsaw pattern, what is it, the ball pattern, I don't know how to call it. Anyways, the balls, or the rotating things that you cut wood pieces with. Dude, table saw pattern? Dude, is this the table saw pattern? I have no idea. Anyways, you know, that has really been the big improvement for me. Instead of, you know, just looking at my character and, you know, this chain pattern, and that's basically it, and just taking the rest of the damage, right? I've been looking more at Lotus in phase 1, and that's just enabled me to dodge the most critical attack, which is the electric pattern that just stuns you. That's been a long-winded way of saying, dude, look at Lotus, dodge stun. But dodge stun is actually a high thing on the priority list. Also, the meteors that drop down and explode after 2-3 seconds, those do a lot of damage, so dodge those, right? In general, if you can avoid patterns, it's kind of nice to do because it lowers your gauge, but that's not as relevant in Lotus P1, I feel like, because I don't really enter the oh my god, this word is, you know, the extreme mode, right? Not, you know, an annihilation. I don't know though. Let's go to phase 2.
Intruder remains. Elevating security level. Target confirmed. Elimination protocol engaged.
In general, I would like to say phase 2 is not a big issue for me at all, since I am a dark side class. So all the debris that stuns you in this phase, I can just avoid. But that being said, I would put an emphasis on avoiding the debris here, because once you get stunned, you get hit by many more patterns. And you can get hit by some patterns here, but if you're stunned, you can't choose which patterns to get hit by, right? So on top of the priority list here is dodge the debris that's falling from the sky, basically. But that isn't even the big tip. I feel like the big tip and the revelation that came to me after running for a couple of weeks here is that if I'm going into burst, I want to stand on top of the boss when I use Genesis iframe. Simply for the fact that whenever Lotus gets hit by any of the map patterns, the gauge goes down, and during your burst, when you are in iframe, is the freest time to stand on top of Lotus and get your damage out. And that can be done by any class. I think this is the best tip that I can give. Also goes for phase 3. Whenever you can stand on top of Lotus, do that, right? But especially if you're bursting, you could be standing anywhere. So why not on top of Lotus, right? So yeah, that's basically what I've picked up and what I would say is my biggest tip onto phase 3.
Executing final stage. Annihilating all life forms.
So here in phase 3, all patterns are overlapping all the time. If you get unlucky here because of the RNG, you're just getting unlucky. There's nothing really that can be done about it. And I really dislike phase 3 in general. Maybe I'm not yet good enough at the fight to say I figured it out, but that being said, I still have a huge tip that you should utilize in your attempts here, and that is use the portals. At the beginning, you know, the first weeks of clearing, I think the first like 2, 3, 4 weeks, I didn't utilize the portals at all, and once I did do them, a switch flipped. I was able to dodge so many patterns just by utilizing the portals more and more. Also, you know, it can be unsafe, right? If he's in the destruction mode, let's put it like that, and you just use the portal to get away from Lotus, don't take it again, because downstairs, you know, when you go up, for example, he's gonna do some random thing and you're gonna get killed. So I would only ever use the portals to get away, but not really get to Lotus. To approach, I think it's much safer to just flash jump towards him, because you can, you know, spot the patterns. And if you use the portals, it's like, boom, new screen. Take all info in at once. Maybe you choose a poor time to approach Lotus. You're done. And yeah, that's basically the big tip that I have for phase 3. It's huge and it can save you a lot of lives. So, wrapping up, to come back to min clearing, I've briefly touched this. We started practicing and dying out on the first couple of attempts, but we went to clearing the boss fight relatively quickly, because we are over, you know, the damage threshold of what's required here. But I feel like even if you are above what's required, you can still not clear this boss fight, because it's really difficult. And here's, you know, maybe the big tip for the whole boss fight is to take it slow, right? We started out dying out a lot, but then we started playing safer and safer until we would nearly time out. Yeah, exactly. Nearly timing out means that we cleared, basically. On our first clear, we only had, what, like 3 minutes left on the clock before we were able to, you know, get into the loot room. And now in the last clear, we had 10 minutes left on the clock. That's 2 big bursts just saved like that. And I can assure you, we definitely did not upgrade our gear that much during this, you know, basically dry spell of an event that's going on right now. So yeah, this is something that I really, really do like, right? When I start a boss where I'm over, the minimum cut basically, I can just ease up on the tight gameplay to really take in the patterns, play safe, and just naturally get better at the fight. And then, maybe also transition into a solo this year. I'm not 100% sure if that's in the cards for me. It really depends on my progression here. I'm sure we're gonna get stronger and better at the fight, right? And yeah, maybe that's gonna be a solo by the end of the year, but I wouldn't really be too sure on that. So yeah, just, to also talk about that briefly, how strong I am at the point of this video. I'm around 350 million combat power without max 6 drop. Unfortunately, my scouter is broken right now, but I should be around 82k if I recall correctly, which is, I think, around the benchmark where other Nightwalkers already soloed this boss. But I'm not other Nightwalkers. I'm pretty bad. So, this is still good enough for me. And yeah, that should do it for this video. I will leave you here, but I have 2 more highlights to show you guys, because we actually got a couple of hearts to drop. Peace. See you next Thursday.
Please berserk.
Please berserk. Aww.
I think it was absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
DC, I believe.
Easy every time.
Weapon box. Holy shit, I'm so
I
lucky.
guess it was normal after all.
Yeah. I'm so lucky. Weapon box.
Cool. 520.
Yeah,
Rats.
Ready? Good.
520?
I guess.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, black.
God.
Black card, okay. Do you
Hell.
do we blink for it, or just say the one who with less black card takes it?
I have 1 left now.
Yeah, then you take it. That's fine.
Yeah, I think we might need it.
I'll take the
might
rest of
need
the drops.
it. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'm 427.
382.
Okay.
Double Absa box. Ooh.
TC and Zerg, here comes.
Bop.
You got Zerg, right, Alex?
No. I need Zerg as well.
Oh, you need Zerg.
Oh, you do? Oh no. Oh. I'm gonna find another 2. No.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Dude, TC is so nice.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, black.
Ah,
black card.
man, only the shitty item.
Oh.
Wait, what's that?
How many do you
Black
have?
heart.
It's yours. It's yours.
Okay. Nice.
Dude, they're eating, Martin. Like, what the fuck?
Mm.
We didn't even see an MVP.
I'm 421.
Yeah, 380. Oh,